What's up, guys? Thank you so much for stopping by again, watching my YouTube videos. Um, just few videos in this series of trying to examine the words of the prophets that have been given in regard to the elections. And Yoon is on top of the list. Is still speaking, is still saying stuff. And in this video, he actually tells us that YouTube banned him, removed a video that he made, which I featured on my YouTube. You should be able to see it where it says, God told me how the election is going to happen. It's definitely a false prophecy. And if he doesn't stop, he's gonna be banned by he's gonna be banned for 1 week if he continues like prophesying, giving false prophecy and standing by his false prophecy. If YouTube find out that he's still doing that, they will ban him for the week. And then if he doesn't stop, he said he's gonna be banned for good, just like Trump, with Twitter. So let's hear what he says. And of course, he claims to be speaking for God, on behalf of God. That's what the prophet does. He has a message from God. God is showing him all these things. So, all right, let's go ahead and roll the tape.
What's going on, guys? So I want to give you guys a quick word of encouragement today. As you know, I got banned. One of my videos got banned yesterday that I posted 2 days ago. That video is still up on Rumble, so you can check it out. If you go to my About Me page, you can find the link there, and it's still up. I did not take it down. YouTube flagged me, gave me a warning, and just told me that if you do this again, we're going to ban you for a week, and then after that, you'll be banned, I think, more permanently. And so
a lot of time, like when these people break or violate the rules, the guidelines, just like Trump, they'll come back and say we're being persecuted. They are trying to silence us. You have to have, just like, if you have a business, these are private business, private companies. I do web hosting for, so I have clients, I have a company, and I have some rules. If you violate that, you start hosting porn on your website, on my servers, I'm gonna shut you down. It's one of the policies. So it's not like, oh, I am being persecuted or whatever you can call it, but now Chris is a victim. That's what he wants you and me to believe. He's a victim, while he's been telling actually false things. He's been giving a false prophecy that the Lord told him.
That happened. That was a video where I talked about how God showed me what he's going to do and how he's going to allow Trump to begin a second term. So a very powerful video. If you want to check it out, please do. I wanted to encourage you guys today because I wanted to just really level with you guys and just tell you what it is that is going on, right? And so if you obviously have been following me, you know that I've given a lot of prophetic word. I've been just declaring a lot of truth and just really proclaiming what the Lord has been giving me. And so I know a lot of you.
So he's been proclaiming about the Lord, what he's been giving him, about a lot of truth. Although this is a false prophecy that I've really pushed forward. Almost every week he'll talk about this false prophet. He has talked about there will be arrests. The military will take over, will come in, and there will be arrests, and to give Trump an opportunity to be able to win the second term. So we have 5 days into this, okay? And I've told you guys it's not gonna happen.
Are just nitpicking at all this stuff, and you're just giving me so much flack. And let me tell you, I've never had this much heat put on me in my life. Now, obviously, as you can imagine, I'm getting 250,000, 500,000 views, millions of people if you were to count all the
It's all about the views. All these things is doing. He want us to believe that the Lord is telling him, and he want us to believe those things when we know the prophecy has failed. Okay?
views are viewing this. They're noticing people at, my local community, my family, my friends. Everybody's watching this, right? Everybody is understanding the context of what's going on. And if you just put yourself in my shoes for a second, like, what is going on? There's this dude. He's proclaiming a lot of things. Seemingly, he has his life is normal, if you want to call it that, if you know me, and I have a job, I'm a young adult, and I have all these different things. But he's going around and he's proclaiming these things in the name of the Lord and just declaring it with truth and confidence and boldness. And if you think about what's going on, you got this election result or whatever, the inauguration coming up. And I've been saying a lot of things. I'm going to be careful how I actually say these things because I don't want to get censored again. But if you've watched my videos, these things I've been declaring will come to pass. And if you think about...
So he wants us to believe that this false prophecy will come to pass and Trump will be the president. Trump is leaving January 20th, according to the reports in the morning, on the day Biden will be inaugurated. So whatever Chris is saying, he wants us to believe that, which is not true.
That is, in this moment, right now it's, Thursday, the week before, the 20th, it just looks so impossible. Like, literally, you don't know the future, you don't have any insight, you can't Google this stuff, and you just look at it and you say, that sounds insane.
Hey, Chris, it's not about being impossible. You quote scriptures and a lot of prophets try to justify, and a lot of comments I'm getting online on my videos that say, oh, nothing is impossible with God. You don't believe God. No, I do believe that. Nothing is impossible with God. But this is done, okay? This is done. It's a matter of law, a matter of truth, okay? Election laws, that's what we have in America, all right? The Constitution. And Chris wants us to believe that whatever has happened, the process to certify the elections by the states, by the Electoral College, by Congress, both houses of Congress, we just have to ignore that and don't listen to the news, don't watch the news. And he even mentioned in here, it's like, oh, don't just take what you hear and take it as truth. He's telling us the same thing. He wants us to believe he's telling the truth when he's clearly giving a false prophecy.
And this morning I was reading the story of David and Goliath, and one of the things that David does, and we read this story, right? We're just like, oh, like, yeah, David and Goliath, he overcame Goliath. But not many people really modernize and put themselves in that situation. And they don't see the heart that David had when he was actually standing before a giant Goliath with his life on the line.
This is the same I've done a prophet Albert Milton. Check out the video. He also says what Trump is facing is parallels with David, and he's getting to that same scripture, which is out of context and has nothing to do with this false prophecy. God is not involved in this prophecy, guys. In the scheme to overturn the election, God is not involved at all. And that's the point. But all these guys are using the name of God. They're using the Bible to say, hey, God told me this. God showed me, and it's going to happen like this. And I'm waiting in 5 days, in few days, on the January 20th to see if they were gonna come. It's like, I'm a false prophet. Yes, I lied to you, and I'm sorry. Tell me what you guys think. Those are my thoughts. But I just wanted us to look at and examine Chris's claims. Make sure you check out the other videos I've done. Thank you so much. Shalom.